This is Karen Phelps, and I want to welcome you to the Leadership Q&A call. And I know that there's questions that you have about leadership and about how you can maximize your team, how you can really help your team get off to a great start so that they produce more, so they sell more. They're producing more, they're helping you earn more. And so that's why I asked some of my favorite people who have invested in the direct selling leadership blueprint or the blueprint for mastering direct selling leadership. I've asked them to join me on the on this call. Some of these people came to Las Vegas for our boot camp. Some of them have attended the virtual boot camp. Some of them have done both. But no matter what, they have been implementing and really, really making things happen and taking things to the next level. So I thought I'd ask them to share on today's call some of the things that they've been doing that have been really, really working for them. Okay, Tina, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, Tina, how are you?
Good.
And I know Tina is really excited because Tina won. In fact, I'm just going to let you share. Go ahead and tell everybody that's listening on this call what's happened to you.
Well, since I got back from boot camp in Vegas and also from listening to the webinar in March, I have won 2 trips to Aruba with my company.
And have you ever done this before?
No, this is my first time ever winning trips, and I'm ecstatic.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How long have you been with your company?
I have been with them a year and a half.
So 1.5 years. And in 1.5 years in the business, well, number one, let me say something, that 1.5 years in the business, had you had previous party plan experience?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, because 1.5 years in the business, to come to the boot camp, number one, is a major, major investment in yourself and your business. But so you'd never won a trip before?
No,
okay.
I have never won any trips before.
Well, so let's ask. I'm going to, I guess, the obvious question: what was different? What changed? So to make you to go from never winning a trip before to earning your first award trip.
Well, I think the biggest thing coming back from boot camp in Vegas was I needed to get organized. I needed to have a plan. And even though I had it in my head, I didn't have it broke down into the steps. Mm-hmm. And that was one thing that just really hit me hard sitting in Vegas at the boot camp. And when I got home, that was the first thing that I worked on was sitting down, working out my goals and a plan to accomplish it, and then having to break it down into monthly and then into weeklies. You
mean to tell me you've never done that before?
Not really, no. I kind of just winged it. Fly by the seat of my pants.
Which wasn't working. So tell us, share with the people that are listening on this call some of the things that you've implemented since boot camp and some and what's been happening for you besides winning the trip to Aruba and stuff.
I've increased my team. We have monthly meetings. I do monthly newsletters now, and instead of just using my Yahoo email to send them out, I got back onto Constant Contact. So now I know who's reading and who's not. And
how does your team like? How's your team liking the newsletters and liking the monthly meetings since you've learned how to do some of these things?
They are loving it. I got really good positive feedback from them, and for the newsletter, I started out with total recognition, and I kind of followed what your examples were for team newsletters. Uh-huh. And I borrowed well, I didn't borrow, I kind of just took your
That's okay.
Queen of Sales. And she was the first one to call me and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm the queen!"
Yeah. Yeah, because even though they're seeing their name in their company newsletters for certain things, when they can see it in a newsletter and, in the company standings, they might be number 500, but in your team, they might be number 1. So, or queen of sales.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And I, as much as I like to recognize everyone, but I kept hearing your voice. God bless you, Karen. I need your voice in my head telling me not under 1,000 because you want them to strive higher. You want them to have you want the expectation to be higher and have them see that. And I so wanted to put something in there, but I did come up with our team meeting with, just a little prize of, hey, you showed up on time, and gave them something that way. That way, I didn't feel like they were being left out.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. How are you noticing, because you started recognizing for this, and how long have you been doing these newsletters now?
3 months.
So are you noticing that more people are striving to reach that $1,000 for the recognition?
I have, and I even started doing the monthly contest, and instead of using our products, because since we do jewelry, we win so much jewelry. Right. To the point that you get way too much. And so I took your suggestion from boot camp, and I'm doing like office supplies, like catalogs or order forms or, whatever we're using. That's what I use. Even business cards. Even did business cards.
Yeah, and so you're kind of having like a little supply table that they can shop with? Or you just give it to them?
I'm just giving it to them. I haven't branched out with the shopping table yet. I'm sure that will come in the future, but right now I'm okay with, letting them get it, and, I do a big thing about it, woohoo, and jumping up and down and clapping.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, thanks so much for joining me on the call. I really, really appreciate it, Tina. Anything else you want to share?
Thank you. Yes, time management.
Time management, huh? So, okay, well, let's talk about that. Because actually, I think you and I had talked on the call, hadn't we?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about time management. What did you discover in your time management when you and I talked?
That I wasted a lot of time with things that could have been either put out to my son to do for money or delegating tasks within the house. And also the computer. I spend a lot of time on the computer.
What, you want to share one of the discoveries that you had about your time on, you were spending quite a bit of time on Facebook?
Yes, that was one of them. But I think the biggest one was when you asked me, can I just be straightforward? And I said, yes, go for it, because that's a character that I like about you. Was you told me stop being so lazy and get up out of bed earlier and get going. So I have been striving very hard. Some days I can accomplish it, and other days I can't. But I am not on Facebook as much, and I think my biggest struggle still is getting out of bed early, but I'm getting more done than what I was before.
Well, that's good. Did I really call you lazy?
Yes!
I did?
Yes, but it's okay, because like I said, I need that kick in the butt, straightforward, honest answer.
How funny. Okay, so I never know what I'm going to say. Hey, everybody, I never know what's going to come out of my mouth, but that's what's good, sometimes. And that's what you need in a coach, not somebody that's going to say, okay, honey, just try it, keep doing what you're doing. You're basically working with a coach, and a lot of these people are Gold Plus members, so they do get some 15-minute phone calls with me from through the Direct Selling Doctor Gold Plus, and they know that I'm going to tell them like it is. If they need to change something around, they're going to change it. So, well, thank you so much, Tina. You have a great day, and thanks for joining me on the call.
Thank you.
To find out more about the program that is impacting so many direct selling leaders' businesses, go to KarenPhelps.com and click on the leadership link.